gotta check the Center for Disease Control because they have a cure for it, and you're the only one who doesn't have the vaccination.
What do you mean? What do you mean? You know, this is just to me. Whether this goes viral, and it's viral, not virus.
What are you yelling at me for?
Well, I don't know. Sometimes I forget. Yeah, I was thinking.
Here we go.
No, I was thinking about when somebody said to me the other day, well, listen, son. And I said, what do you mean, son? Am I in your will? Well, no. I said, well, then I'm not your son. How come you never hear the word, well, listen, daughter?
You just can't go with the flow.
Yeah, well, this flow is slowing down a little bit. I think some beavers built a dam here to slow down my flow. Hey, that's a pretty good, I should put that on a t-shirt.
You're lucky we were able to put a t-shirt on.
No, I'm just saying. I just had to bring this up because I don't know if it's funny.
I know what it's gonna be.
Yeah, no, this is curious. Curious, I think you might head this under. Curious. Gee, say that word isolated, like without a sentence or any meaning. That sounds weird, doesn't it? Curious. But the point is, before I forget this,
wishful thinking.
Is I just listening to this. I was just listening to NPR, and
was your radio broken?
I like to keep up on the intellectual events. Humor knows no bounds. So this guy wrote there's a book that has just been released in this country. It's, let me see, 100 pages. 3,600 pages. So, well, if you're on death row, I suppose it's a real toe tapper. And not only that, the guy's from, like, I don't know, Austria or Hungary or someplace, and it just got translated into English, and people are going, oh, this book is great. It's 6 volumes. Not a book, it's books. So what is it about? Well, this guy's day-to-day life for the last, 10 years, whatever. And they say, well, he's kind of a crude writer. He just writes in the moment. I'm thinking, yeah, that's somebody with a lot of time in their hands. I could do that. But the interviewing people are going, well, what'd you think of the book? They're going, well, at first I thought, oh, it's just so mundane, this guy's life, day to day. Went in the kitchen and was pouring tea. But as I started reading it, I know, but it became riveting. Riveting? Reading about, just instead of putting it into a recorder, just talking what you do all day, this guy wrote it down, and just his day-to-day life like anybody else's. And he's not a great writer, but I thought, wow, what a scam. What a way to make a buck.
Well, maybe you ought to write a book.
Yeah, right.
That's what I thought.
At any rate, that is funny. Is that curious? Is that curious? Interesting? Anecdotal? Well, I'll think about it.
Well.
All right. I'm out of here. No, they're going to have to come back to this. I'm too tired. All right, 3 bits. Not an intellectual set, but a set that will be, people go, laugh in the midst of a, that's better than nothing, is, let me get three words, visitor, to visit or to get together, to vote, I'll rant on that, and oh yeah, my favorite, is the glass half empty or half full? Hey, maybe I'll do all the bits this way. Give people a little menu, what's up? Like going to a theater or see the actors. You get a playbill, and they put the acts 1, acts 2, acts. They act something, acts down. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. And when I revisit this, I was going to record over this, but now that I think about it, keeps people wondering what you're gonna say.
I think they have a pretty good idea.
Yeah, well, hey, you mine for enough gold, you'll eventually find something.
Well, go blind and die at an early age.
Well, maybe. Hey, I just listened back to that, mind you, and, what was that statement? You can go blind and die young.
I don't know, so I can think of you have some kind of call accusing me of coming up with things that aren't funny.
Well, I mean, hey, yeah, that's true. I don't blame you, I empathize. Yeah, being funny is, that's tough. I'll make you feel bummed out. I can do that. No, I mean, you think of people say, oh, hey, you're funny, make me laugh. You go, I don't know how to do that. Well, you're always funny. I don't, what am I, a trained monkey? It has to come to, I have to have my muse has to be available, and my muse is not always 24 hours a day like some people, and I won't name names. Oh, my God.
Yeah, I'm exhausted, too.
Well, I'm going to go on. I'm going to trudge on. Yeah, poetry,
No transition.
No, because it's just us. So, I'm thinking, I never really was much of a big poet person. I know, I don't think I've ever heard anybody else say that. And it's like, ooh. I don't know. I've tried. Something like, well, I don't know, I don't know, but I'll make something up.
So that's new.
No, listen, yeah, your eyes are as blue as the sky. Oh, what a nice way of saying it. What? Your eyes are as blue as the sky. Well, what's the upside of that? Well, couldn't you say, geez, you have beautiful eyes. I love the color blue. That's it. Straight up forward. Wouldn't you get the feeling that, that was a pretty good compliment? But when you say, the skies are blue and your ears are different as green, that's why I love tangerines. Whatever. And I know the ones that don't rhyme. I've heard, believe me, I've heard the gamut. I've heard poetry read on NPR. I know, they're not slouches. And I've heard poetry in a men's room. And it was a girl from Nantucket. But the point is, it just seems like, I don't know, people using words to say something that doesn't need to be said, that could be said a different way and have a far more valuable meaning. Yeah, it was like, hey, look out, everybody, there's a tornado over there. No, do that as a poem. The sky I see is looking grim because, I don't know, my hat has a brim or something. And with the turbulence of God's breath, the sky, no, hey, there's a tornado over here. You get the hell out of there. I'm just saying, when I hear it, it's like kind of a rhetorical scam. It's telling you something you already know, and they shift the words around, and it's like, hey, like that. What is this, a Sudoku? And I'm not even sure. I'm not sure. I don't know what that is, all right? There's another thing. I want to admit that I really don't care for poetry, and Sudoku. That's got to go in. That's got to go where the words go. That I'm 90. Most of the words I know, I'd say maybe 20% of them, I'm not 100% sure what they mean.
I think there's a few more than that.
Well, there probably is. But what I'm thinking is, like bodega. What is a bodega? Now, what happens is people say, oh, we're going to the bodega. And at the time, you don't say, but you should immediately, first time you hear the word, what does that mean? Because what happens is, time goes by, and then it gets worse to ask somebody. You go, it's been bodega? That's been around for about 10 years. You never knew what that meant? No, I never thought to ask. And there's a new one, barista. That popped out of nowhere. That's how these words happen. You go to bed one night, next day, you're talking about a barista. Who starts these things? Is there some secret organization in the country that goes, okay, today we're going to introduce a definition and make it so? And it's like within a day. A barista. That's somebody who's slugging it through school on a spit and a prayer with some kind of financial assistance, and they're working at a coffee shop, and they're just putting the time in until they become a auto mechanic or something. And then they say, well, we're going to call you a barista because the sophistication? Sophistication. You call a baker, and that's it. But there's only so many ways you can make a cup of coffee. So when you learn all the ways, yeah. It's not like you're like a Rembrandt or Picasso there. A barista. Would you put that on your resume?
I wouldn't put any of this dribble on a resume.
Well, yeah, exactly. I wouldn't. Barista. Let's see here, there, young fella, young ma'am. What's this? You were a barista. Explain that to me. And then you could say, you know what a barista is? Oh yeah, great job interview. All right, I don't know. What the hell's that mean? I think it's Spanish.
Oh no, it's dribble.
Yeah, probably.